You are listening to Hi Femme, and it's the year 2023. Do you guys like that intro? I've been practicing a lot ever since I started doing the radio show. That's right, DJ podcaster. Whoa. I could have said, you're listening to Hi Femme, whatever podcasts are found. Spotify, iTunes, I don't know, somewhere else. Because I almost want to say like a radio station ID, but I'm like, no, this is just on the internet, which is fine. You know, no FCC rules here. I wanted to do a episode before New Year's, but my life kind of went crazy. Not in a fun way. Maybe in a little fun way. I don't know. But we don't have to talk about it. It's kind of sad. I'm sorry if you hear my heater, but I'm not gonna freeze to death just for this recording. Okay, it's very cold. Very, very cold. Sorry, I'm chewing a candy. I thought that might be unprofessional, but isn't that the point of High Femme? They're good so far. Anyway, yeah, so the radio stuff has been good. I maybe graduated, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Had a great and a good night. Gonna try and watch all the Star Trek movies and watch more Star Trek. Just maybe watch more stuff in general, because in the case that I did graduate or not, who knows here, I guess I'll have more time. But also that means looking for a full-time job, and it makes me break out in hives. It turns out DJ podcaster is not a job, or at least haven't not cool enough to be paid for it. Like, I guess Howard Stern, and stuff like that. Yeah, I know Howard Stern's what I used to listen to on these long rides around California, until my stepdad decided that Howard Stern, quite misogynist shock jockey from New York, was too politically correct. I wish he would have decided that when I was like 13 and listening to all of this. And he could never say this with like the FCC. I know so much about radio now. There's so much more to know that I could do like a ton of episodes about radio with Hi Femme. Maybe I will, because if I have graduated, we'll have more time. And this is where maybe looking for that job. Besides all of that, my friend, a very special listener of the show, mostly because he is our one patron, and they, look how much love you can get if you are a patron. Please join. Please don't make me get a job. Anyway, they moved away, and they moved to Amsterdam. Okay, so you might think that's a funny way of saying it, but I looked it up, and that's the way they would say it. The Dutch would say it, okay? Like, Americans is Amsterdam, and then the British is Amsterdam. Accents are not my forte. It's like when I learned how to say Frankfurt am Main, because, I got the second largest group I got are German listeners. Hi! Guten Tag. Guten Year. And then one time I was giving this art talk, and I said Weimar, and all closed captions and transcriptions always are like, what is he saying? But not with Weimar. So might be getting better. But yeah, to the Netherlands or Holland. Why did not choose one or the other? I mean, like, what does the Netherlands even have to do with weed? And this is where like a joke or like a sound bit would play. I don't even know what they're called or whatever, because you're like, oh my gosh, that's what it's known for. And then some, well, actually, which would be me, would be like, well, it's a little more complex than that. It's not really that much more complex. I don't know, let's look at Amsterdam and weed. And now, hopefully, a beautiful patron will listen to this, and now I'll have one listener in the Netherlands. Maybe more if he makes friends and tells others. Obviously, it's just not Amsterdam, it's an entire country. I don't know much about the Netherlands except the usual, one, that it's there's a lot of internet startups there. There's also some dark history there. We're not gonna go there. Also, the red light districts. Each city has one. Even Seattle had one. Skid Row actually comes from Seattle, not LA. It's because they would throw down literally these logs down this hill and just come down. And I think my cat decided to go eat at this precise moment. I love her. Chaotic so much. But so I don't know. The cities accepted Americans are not allowed to hog. That's so weird. And different ones have different policies regarding weed. It's interesting. Okay, so because I did my research like every good, serious journalist, podcaster, DJ. It's grad school dropout, pseudo dropout, grad school failure, something like that. I don't know. Not cut out for academia. I don't know. Anyway, so back to the research. So basically, each city has kind of its own policy, kind of like here, but I guess we go more by state. I mean, there's different ones, but whatever. But it's not legal. People are allowed to, consume it, but getting it, it's not legal. Whoever has to source it from a dealer who sources from someone else who then either, makes the stuff. There is this thing called coffee shops. And, well, we have them in Seattle too, but they're different. The coffee shops is where people can kind of go and smoke joints. There's one city, very Protestant, of course, and the surrounding countries, they're like, we don't want drug tourism, blah, 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 in which they have banned foreigners from, these lounges where people are just smoking joints. It's wild, but I think that's, the strictest it gets in comparison to, the other countries and stuff like that. Maybe I will learn more about the Netherlands. I know Audrey Hepburn was born there. I was gonna read her bio. I kind of also read more of the Netherlands. Maybe I'll play Netherlands in, Hearts of Iron, if I ever get good at it or not. Probably not. But anyway. So this one city, it's the most conservative city, or at least from, my limited point of view of no foreigners allowed at the, and it's because otherwise isn't it so cool to be in the space where you can just smoke with other people? I've done that before in a little place called Amsterdam, Vancouver. It's supposed to be Vancouver and Amsterdam, but I couldn't hold it in. People of the Netherlands, please forgive me, as I was not born an American, but I have been here too long. Please rescue me. But yeah, this happened when the entire country decided to go legal. I'm not gonna bother with my cat scratching the couch right now. Whatever, you can have the couch. Where where it was they had this medical marijuana kind of had shops for a while, and anyone could go. And then when I went there, I also remember like the city did have licensed out some, weed shops, and some had cropped up, but it was like walking into an Apple store was just so creepy. And to get an edible, you would have to go to the middle of nowhere in British Columbia. These provinces are huge. Most people live in like the lower areas of Canada. So, but everyone was just buying it from like the unsanctioned weed shops, and I got some great edibles and smoke there. It's actually, I think, might be in a trailer, but one time I had a 300 milligram edible, and it was incredible. Been wanting to go back to kind of see, because I really can't afford to go to Amsterdam right now. And they don't allow Americans at the Hague, but I could be the first American at the Hague. Hague. Actually, I can't really afford Vancouver right now, but I would love to see that, and I would love to see some changes in like the policy around here. I feel like it's weird, like we don't get weed delivery well you can in California. Isn't that so amazing? But there are so many other beautiful, interesting things to see in Amsterdam. So many cool record shops. Like, if you're a buddy, you would like totally get your friend who's really into vinyl some records. Even the fellas at the record shop would be like, oh my god, someone's in Amsterdam? But there's some cool records. Anyway, though, I would like to go back to Vancouver soon. It's been a couple of years, and I don't think I have any listeners in Canada. That's kind of funny. And kind of seen how it's changed. But one last thing. In the Netherlands, they banned smoking inside around 2008. So spliffs, which most Americans don't know what they are, or if I'm wrong, but I'm probably not wrong, because when I'm this high, I feel so right about things. It's like tobacco and weed. And then, so technically, if you're a spliff instead of a joint, it's like they have to either smoke downstairs or upstairs. But people who are just smoking marijuana can, oh my god, what if a spliff is like, no, what if a joint is a decaf spliff? Oh my god, that's amazing. We're gonna end it there. Well, Amsterdam, Netherlands. Hopefully I will learn more about you. And hopefully you'll be very nice to my friend. And that you'll have beautiful boat pictures that I'll get to see. But hi, Femme says hello and goodbye to the new year.